I am not presenting this paper because we withdrew it, but it appeared on the program. So I just thought it might be interesting for you, or some of you anyway, to know what this particular project was about. Although this particular student is not one of mine as such. Anyway, Samson was doing this work on proteases. Now, proteases are enzymes which break down protein. And so what happened was that there was some work done on some species of ficus, on figs, that had high levels of proteolytic enzymes in their bodies, their juice of the fig, and these were, when the insects, pests, were eating the fig, then the proteases were going into the guts of the insects, which of course are proteinaceous tissue, and causing death of the insect. So the levels of protease in the fig was a defense mechanism against insects, pests. And so there was some indication from somewhere, I don't know where Samson got the idea from, but that sweet potatoes also may have levels of protease. And so we have the problem with sweet potato weevil, a weevil, which attacks sweet potato. There's a number of them, species, and they are a problem. Make holes in the sweet potato. So I took a number of varieties, I think there were 8 varieties of sweet potato, and was measuring the protease activity to see if in fact there was any particular sweet potato variety that had a higher than average content of protease and proteolytic activity, which could be then utilized as a defense mechanism against sweet potato weevil. And he's done this, he was in the process of doing this work, but I haven't got the results of it. I believe there was some variation between sweet potato varieties. As I said earlier, we've got many varieties of sweet potato. So he was doing this, and he's in the process of writing it up as a thesis. So that was the idea. Perhaps then did we manage to find a sweet potato variety which was exceptionally rich in protease, that perhaps we could then through crossbreeding and breeding technology, breeding techniques, we could incorporate those particular genes that were creating this protease activity into more perhaps other varieties which perhaps were more acceptable in terms of taste and yield and so on. So that was what this project was all about. I thought, since it was here in your program, that you might like to hear what it was about, but I can't give you, I can't present the paper because we withdrew the paper, and anyway, it's not my student, so I don't know the details.
Okay, thank you. So I guess we need to go to the other speaker now. So I welcome David Lopez.